Also have Mr. PK Jain, former IPS Mumbai, joining me on the broadcast. Sir, we're of course looking at this massive tragedy that has taken place in Goa. At least 25 people are said to have lost their lives so far. When we take a look at such an incident, at such a place like Goa, firstly, of course, a very tourist friendly place. And in such a club, which we've seen is a very high scale place as well, and to have such an incident take place, to get to know that fire safety norms were not being followed, how do you react to this, the scale of this tragedy that has occurred in Goa?
Malvika, good morning. Very unfortunate, and my condolences to the family members of the deceased. See, unfortunately, in all such cases, there's always a perceptible human error and deliberate human error, because apparently the fire department and the local municipal authorities have not done their job properly. We had a similar incident in Kamla Mills here in Mumbai a few years back, in which a few people lost their lives. The escape route had been blocked with the bottles, cold drink bottles and crates and all things like that. I'm sure a similar kind of a scenario must be there in this restaurant also, especially the nightclub. They try to use each and every inch of the space and do not have adequate fire control and fire safety measures, which result, if the fires can be there, but if there's a proper escape route, if there's a alternate escape route which is mandatory to be provided in such establishments, the lives of the patrons are always threatened, and unfortunately the same thing has happened here. And the very fact that the fire was of a it was very substantial, and it took a few hours to control the fire, means that there has been a massive goof up somewhere by the authorities and the club owners. I think they must be prosecuted. The people in Mumbai were prosecuted, but the owners have to learn a lesson. So that's what I can say about this. I mean, now unfortunately the lives have been lost. I hope a lesson is learned for future.
Well, absolutely, sir. And what we're also looking at over here is that, as you stated, there was no exit route that was, in place. A proper exit route was not in place. So many of the people who lost their lives was due to suffocation. Now, it is only now that we're seeing, clubs that are nearby, they are being asked to furnish documents with regards to the fire safety norms in place. It is now that fire audits are reportedly going to be carried out, but especially in a place such as this, which is such a big tourist hotspot, shouldn't such measures have been taken beforehand? Shouldn't all of this should have already been in place, and such a tragedy could have been averted then?
Malvika, whenever a license is granted, the safety norms are always incorporated in the license itself. There are standard procedures for an escape route to be given. There is always an escape door. In the bathrooms, etc., in the establishment itself, firefighters, those fire canisters, and that precaution is always taken. But what happens is that over a period of time, everybody forgets about it. At the right time, you can't even find the fire canister is also not available. And in Mumbai also, many people, when the fire was on, many people took shelter in the bathroom. They thought that they're probably safe in the bathroom. They switched on water, etc. But a lot of smoke came through the chinks below the door, and they got suffocated inside the bathroom of the establishment. I mean, the owners failed to take these precautions and continue the fire safety measures over a period of time, and that is what results into this kind of an accident where people lose their lives. If proper ventilation, proper escape route would have been provided, proper fire control measures would have been provided, and they would have been checked every time a renewal takes place, or every whatever periodic 6 months or 1 year they have to be checked. If all those precautions are taken, their lives can be saved. But unfortunately, just to earn a few more rupees, the establishments are overcrowded. They take more people than the place can handle. And when there's an incident like this, the people just cannot escape because there's so much of crowd inside that they can't even, the door is too small for them to get out. And that's why the escape route is generally provided. But now they are checking all those establishments. What prevented them from checking all those establishments well in time? So that is what I say is a deliberate human error. And the people, not only the owner of the establishment, but also the municipal authorities who are supposed to enforce all these rules, also must be taken into consideration and prosecuted. That's the only route. That's the only way that the municipal authorities learn a lesson. Unfortunately, in all such cases, the owners get prosecuted and the enforcers don't get the stick. Till the time the enforcers get a stick, the things are not going to improve. Malvika.
Well, absolutely, sir. And of course, we hope to see some strict action being taken following this tragedy. We'll continue to track more developments, but let's slip into a very short break. We'll be right back.